He was the very first winner of Last Comic Standing. Now he's entertaining audiences all over the world, Ricky.
That's right. He had us cracking up earlier in the show. And thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Right, and did you hear how I was like, when you were finished, you were talking about your mom always saying, you know, she was having a heart attack. I said, African-American moms do that too, but it's only with a switch. It's like, you're killing me. You know, why are you killing me? It's like, I'm not killing you, Ma, really. How did you get your start in comedy?
I basically was going to college, and then I was taking speech class. I was making people laugh. And then I realized it's probably a career for me, since I was the only Asian guy in high school that failed math, and that was really sad. And that's sorry, I was distracted.
Stereotypical or anything.
Yeah, no, seriously, I was horrible at math, and then when I got into comedy, here I am, you know.
Wow, wow. So who were your early influences when you were first getting started?
My early influences were actually Benny Hill, John Ritter.
Okay.
Nice.
So you like physical comedy?
I do. I do. If you look at a lot of them, like, that's a lot of that. If you look closely, that's actually Benny Hill's influence.
Wow.
On there.
Wow.
A lot of physical stuff. John Ritter, like with his body moving around and all that stuff. So
well, we always ask, right, comedians, singers, whoever it is that comes on, when did you know? Like, what was that turning moment in your life where, like, oh, I want to be on stage and I want to make people laugh for a living?
I worked 30 different jobs. I worked at Costco, I worked at SeaWorld, and I'm very grateful to have all those jobs.
Right.
I literally have quit 30 different jobs.
And you knew you just weren't happy, or?
I knew there was something wrong with me.
Was everyone like, you're the funny guy, or you're weird? Or?
Well, comedy, yeah. Well, comedians, if they weren't weird, we're not doing our job, you know.
Right.
But then I realized that comedy's the only place where I can actually be myself and be strange like that, and I actually get paid to do it.
Yes.
Apparently I'm on the right track.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Tell us about some of the projects you're involved in now.
Yeah, right now I am touring around the world. I also somehow got involved in 4 different charities.
Okay, tell us
what do you mean somehow?
Somehow, because you think that you would choose the charities. It's not like going to a website and go, okay, let's look at every single charity out there.
This is what I care about today.
But somehow through the path of life, I'm working with the Lions Club in Hawaii, helping kids get glasses, donated to them. There's a good chunk of population in Hawaii that's actually poverty.
Wow.
I also work with 7 Day Hero, where I go to Vietnam, help people with leprosy colonies. Vietnam vets go back to Vietnam and have some proper closure, and then work with orphans that have been abandoned by their parents, get clothing and all sorts of stuff. So leprosy colonies, they don't have any limbs and things like that, so go over there and hug them and let them know that they're not left behind. And then I work with alopecia programs, basically with kids that don't have any hair because their immune system attacks it. I'm telling you, these charities, they choose me. I run into people that I love, and I love their kids, and I end up raising money for them. I mean, it's just...
And how do you know that they're the charities that you want to commit to? Because it's a commitment when you say, oh, I'm going to stand behind this organization.
Yeah, it's funny because I did a fundraiser. I was booked to do a show and then to raise money for people in Vietnam. And I was like, and then everybody's like, hey, I want to go to Vietnam. Do you want to go? And in my mind, I was like, I don't want to go. I grew up in San Diego where you go surfing and, you know what I mean?
And it's sunny all the time.
Right.
It's beautiful.
And then, I talked to a lot of people I'm very close to. They wanted to go, so we went together.
Okay.
And then I loved going.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of being able to help people and not getting anything back. It's the reward of, I know it sounds very cliche-ish, but you get back from giving, and I'm not trying to get all religious or anything like that. It's just, I just truly want, it feels good to just help people.
It makes you happy.
Yeah.
And you have a special honor bestowed upon you by the Smithsonian.
Yes, I'm in the, well, she's doing her research.
Just say it.
You're not the Asian? What's going on here?
It's actually there in the
This is the Ricky Cheese, y'all.
She's actually hooked up to the internet right now. She's talking to me like, yes, this was I'm very honored to be part of the top 10 most influential Vietnamese people in the world in the Smithsonian. I feel like I'm bragging about myself, but I'm actually, to answer your question, it's a huge honor because on there there's generals, there's surgeons, there's people that have helped millions, and with me being exposed to 100 million people or more around the world and climbing, I just feel very grateful to have that.
And let's be honest, I mean, it's not like that your group is like widely represented, so you got so much focus on you and you're so involved, you should be honored. And
well, it's either this or the nail salon, so it's like one of those, or a pharmacy. You know it's true.
Right, but when you put that out into the universe and you become one from your group
of course,
then young people are going to look at you and be like, oh, I want to be like that Vietnamese guy.
Right, and there's my people, I want to say my people, is from the jungles of Orange County, because if you look at your prescription drugs, it's like from Dr. Nguyen Nguyen Tran Nguyen, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Van Fam, you know what I mean? And so I want my people, California, to...
You do that so good.
Right.
You're the only one that can do that here.
I go to a special school. where we play poker.
You
We're
know
so
what you
proud
can
of you.
expect when you go to see Dat Phan. He
We are
performs tonight through Sunday at the Improv at Harris. Showtimes are at 8:30 every night, with additional 10 o'clock shows on Friday and Saturday. For tickets, head to harrislasvegas.com.
That is it.